Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I am going to do an app critique on, I'm going to do a critique of the TikTok app. So this is gonna be a more concise version than the previous video. I'm going to be basically going over the home experience of TikTok, and it's actually similar to an app critique I did for an interview. So I'm gonna go over some of the focus of TikTok in terms of the For You page specifically, as well as some of the product thinking that went behind it, and questioning some of their decisions, as well as areas that they could improve. So if you stay till the end, you'll be able to see where I think TikTok has a massive opportunity and where I think the product is going to be heading and where the app will potentially grow in the future. I'm also gonna mute it because TikTok is pretty distracting, and last time I did it, I actually had a really hard time focusing on doing the critique while TikTok was running because, as you all know, TikTok is highly addictive, and I would be trying to critique the video and then get distracted watching some of the videos that were in the For You page while I was trying to critique the app. And if you all have any suggestions for a next step that you want me to do, leave a comment down below. So without further ado, let's just jump straight in. The For You page is the first page that you land into when you are on TikTok. And this page is essentially the home feed of TikTok, and it's obviously drawing inspiration from home feed of apps like Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. I'm gonna do an app overview before going into certain features. So, first off, TikTok has a very bottom and right placement of the icons and text, and the reason why I think this is, well, the most obvious reason is because most people hold their phone with the right hand, and they've actually done studies on this, and most people actually use their phone with just the right hand, and I think the second one, both hands. So as you can see, TikTok is designed really for the right hand person. And to kind of combat this for people who are left-handed, I would say they probably run into this problem a lot with other apps, but I can imagine someone who holds their phone with their left hand, who's a left-handed person, would really struggle to get their fingers, across the screen to get the icons for like, comment, etc. I do wish there was a feature that could cater to people who are left-handed. Maybe they could place the icons on the left and have a left alignment of sorts. That would be a very accessible thing to do. However, most apps do not cater towards that, and it's pretty evident in the design itself. So what TikTok really focuses on is that they do 15-second or shorter videos, and that is probably the most common form of videos they have. And they also further reinforce this with the sound bites that are also 15 seconds or less. So most of the sound clips you can use legally from TikTok are 15 seconds or less, often less than 10 seconds. This is mainly for the reason that they want to encourage videos to be shorter because the average user's lifespan is 12 seconds or something now, and also it's a lower barrier of entry for creators. When you're creating a video and it's only 10 seconds long, it's not as daunting, and it seems a lot more easier to make than if you were on YouTube and you had to make a 10-minute video like I'm doing now. Right off the bat, TikTok encourages people to make videos because there's rarely celebrities. I know we just saw Marilyn Monroe, but there's rarely any celebrities. It's just really people that are people you would see in your neighbors or friends. When you look at the design of TikTok, just an overview when you're scrolling, the most prominent thing aside on this page, other than the action items on the right, is actually the plus button on the very center and the bottom. That's probably the most colorful icon in the whole interface, and that's pretty purposeful because TikTok is encouraging people to create content, and it's quite different than Twitter and Instagram because TikTok is kind of an open relationship model. So when you're looking at TikTok, the interface, the right side has the like and comment interface, which is very similar to Instagram. They took notes of Instagram's model because their icons are very conventional in the sense that a lot of users, when they use Instagram or Twitter or etc., they can recognize these icons right away. And on the bottom, the only thing that really stands out is the plus icon, which is the creator icon, which is the creator icon. Not surprisingly, TikTok wants users to create content, and it's always actively encouraging users to do so. Sometimes when you're going through the For You page, you'll even see the plus icon vibrate. And I'm sure, this has to do with their business metrics, which is the more videos are created, the more watch time by different kinds of users, because different users resonate with different people. So the more diverse kind of user is creating content, the more likely that there is a larger pool of users because the content speaks to them. For example, if I'm from a very particular culture, I would like to see things from my culture. And if there are people from my culture, like there's very specific niche jokes that, only people from my culture would understand, and I see that, then there's a high chance that I would stay and be an active user on TikTok versus other apps which kind of push down, celebrities. Like home feed is either people you follow or suggestions of, now I'm getting distracted. This fish video with the egg is it's too good. Anyways, so, oh god, it looks so delicious. Anyways, so TikTok really encourages people to create content and actually promotes people who are like you and me, and they have a habit of not really like treating celebrities as celebrities, if that makes sense. With Instagram, when you go into search section, the first thing you're seeing are celebrities, but with TikTok, you go to a home feed, the first thing that hits you is just people like you and me. Another interesting thing about TikTok is that it's a very open circle relationship versus Twitter, which is more of a closed. Now, Instagram is doing things like suggested posts, which is making it more open, but TikTok is fundamentally designed for creators to follow other creators. When you first launch into the app, the first thing you see are people who create content who you usually don't follow. I'd say probably like 1 out of 10, videos that you go on For You page is someone you follow, and that's a pretty recent thing. They used to almost exclusively only have people you don't follow, like the content on the For You page, so they're always trying to encourage you to follow more creators, and the algorithms also try to learn more of what you like, so it's able to deliver more of that to you. So I'm assuming the more videos you see, like the newer videos you see of people you don't follow, the better the algorithm can learn your tastes. And another interesting thing is when you go into share icon, you can actually see that there is a not interested icon, but most users don't even need to use this or even make the cognitive effort to select not interested because the algorithm is so good at learning what you like. Like within 5 days, it can tell from your watch time and probably the way you engage and comment on videos what kind of content you like. So again, going back to the interface, on the right, you'll see the follow. And what's interesting is when you tap on follow, you actually can't unfollow someone, right away. So it actually stays unfollowed. But if you go on their page, then you can unfollow it. So this is a way of kind of making it hard, this is a way to make it sticky, like it's hard for you to unfollow people. It's really encouraging just like following TikTok itself because of the way it encourages users to follow people all the time. When you land into the For You page, it's always from content of people you don't know. It renders follows a bit cheaper than Instagram, for example. So with Instagram, once you follow someone, or Twitter, once you follow someone, in your home feed, you'll see their content first. Like it will be pushed, your home feed every time you log back in, content from them before ads, usually before anything else. Their stories on Instagram is pinned on the very top. So you made sure that the people who follow you really see your content. With TikTok, it's different as it's kind of where it's more of an open circle model where people who you don't follow, you'll see their content first. So it is a lot harder to create a community. And again, a follow is a lot cheaper on TikTok per se than it is on Instagram and Twitter. So fundamentally, the relationship of TikTok is more of like a content creator fan than Twitter and Instagram, which is more of a friend kind of relationship, because most users, like at least half the people they follow are probably people they know in real life or people they know, friends of friends. Like once people follow those certain accounts, they tend to stay within that realm. Whereas TikTok, there is almost a culture of you don't want to follow people you know. It's more like you want to follow people you don't know, like strangers. And there's even been a lot of jokes and bios like, please don't follow me if you know me in real life. So fundamentally, TikTok's culture is very different. And again, it is more of a content creator and fan relationship. So going through the icons on the right, we talked about the follow, the like. What's interesting is when you tap on comment in TikTok, your audio is still playing in the back. So this is sort of a way, I think, this is my theory, that TikTok, when they play these sound bites over and over again, there's kind of like a dopamine trigger, that your mind gets. When you like stop using TikTok for a while, your mind is still playing 8-second soundbite over and over again. So even when you pull up the comments, you can see it doesn't take off all the screen. It takes off part of the screen, so you still see the video play in the background and hearing it. And you're never really away from the video. And even with the comments, the way it's has a really like short character limit, it's really meant to be kind of a short blurb of thought, and then you kind of tap out, and then you just continue playing the video again. And again, there's very little friction between you and the video. Anytime I finish commenting, I can just tap back on the video and I'm back and I can just continue to scroll. So it's really trying to remove as much friction as possible from switching videos. And when you play, and then lastly, the icon to share is interesting because there's a lot of hidden features here, like duetting, not interested, add to favorites, which are not very obvious in the share icon when you first glance at it. Like, this is something you would have to learn, because just glancing at share and it tells you 900, you would just assume, okay, this is just telling me how many people are shared this video, and like I could probably maybe share this video if I tap on it. But then all these other features come in, and like, you know, Instagram stories, duet, etc. And then, my camera died, so I had to switch battery packs. But anyways, I was also saying there's a lot of high learnability in the share icon that you wouldn't know at first. And of course, not surprisingly, the options like not interested is hidden in there. But then features like duet is also hidden in there, so I'm assuming the business is not prioritizing on people duetting videos as much. Yeah, so it's kind of hidden there instead of it being its own separate, you know, icon for, you know, duet. Even though the icon is redundant, because again, at the very bottom, the sound, they have also the same function. But again, this is just a nice touch because the vinyl is the only icon that's really unique to the interface, as well as the plus icon on the very bottom with the blue and red. That is the TikTok brand colors. Everything else is pretty standard, you know, home, discover. I'm not going to go too deep into any of these. Discover, again, just showing you the trends of latest is what's happening. The one thing that really bothers me about the trends is that if you join the app at a certain time, you only see apps in descending order, so what's like the most recent and then to the oldest. I do wish that there was a way, if you explore a certain trend, the other trends that you missed a while back would be pushed up. But I think they purposely kept this because they probably have a lot of ad sponsorships coming in, so they don't want to push older trends up. They want to keep like the newest trends, you know, with their current sponsorships. But again, as a user, it frustrates me because there's some really cool trends that I wouldn't have known that are like 2 months ago, but I would just never know because they, you know, they're too down, like down there. Like, you have to keep scrolling to like who knows when to find some of the older trends. And it takes a while to load too, so, you know, usually don't even go down there. You just kind of stay on the first page. And on the top, there's a bunch of cards that honestly look like ads. This is the one thing I don't like about this design, is that all the swipe cards, there's like 10 of them. Well, there's more than 10. They just come off as an ad to me. Like, when you have more than 5, you just kind of just tune it out. I don't think most people even look at the cards swipe through. I wonder what the metrics are for engagement here. My assumption is probably not as high as it should be. Just because, like, the cards at the very end, like the 15th card, like, who's gonna swipe through like 15 times at the end of that? You know what I mean? Like, most users don't want to put in that time. They might just like look at the trends, check out the first 5 cards, and then their attention span is like elsewhere. And then with the inbox, what's interesting here is that you get the notifications, which are interestingly treated as inbox items, as well as the direct messages, versus Instagram, which is if you have the likes, the heart icon, that's where you get your notifications and your messages. So it's interesting that they copied Instagram, but, you know, they kind of try to not to make it obvious, even though it's really obvious what they're doing. But I think, at least for the design-wise, I think it makes more sense to put notifications as like an inbox item. And what's a really big opportunity here, and that I'm not going to go into my like private messages, but when you go into direct inbox in the very top right, every message is treated equal. And I think they have a big opportunity where a user is a super fan, you know, maybe they engage a lot in this content creator's post, or maybe there's like a YouTube plan that fans can pay to join. They can have some kind of label, like maybe like VIP or like an icon or some sort, so that, or even like a color label, so that their username stands out to the content creator. Because again, TikTok really encourages that content creator and fan relationship. Sort of like YouTube, there is like a huge opportunity where they could have, you know, where YouTube on your live stream, like certain people who donated or fans, they have like different colors. Like, they could do that for TikTok. That's probably where they're headed, because I just don't see why they wouldn't. As TikTok right now has a huge PR push for funding their content creators, treating content creators' work as real work and respecting it as a job. I don't see why they would not launch a plan where, you know, content creators in the future could charge fans maybe like a $3 or $5 like YouTube monthly, where you get special access to maybe like first TikToks or like stories, or, you know, maybe a personal channel where you can speak with the content creator. My assumptions that they're probably heading towards. And just by the way they're pushing their PR, I think it would make a lot of sense if they decided to push those features out. Like with YouTube, when you go to the home feed, you see videos that are suggested for you that aren't just people you follow or people you subscribe to, but also new videos that are based on your previous search results, and TikTok is similar in that aspect. So again, there is a very strong content creator fan relationship there. Lastly, we have users, which is profile, and you can see that views are highly prioritized. Very similar to YouTube. You don't see an amount of likes right off the bat. You don't see when those posted. Oftentimes, you know, when you go to even like home feed, you don't even see like when something is posted. Like they hide the dates to kind of make it seem like it's recent or relevant to you. When you're on the For You page, you don't see any dates. You don't see when it was made. You just kind of assume it's a new video. However, when you're following someone, that's when you know when something is made and you see dates. Also, the fact that they have sound bites being viral is genius, because a lot of people, me included, hate hearing themselves speak on camera. That's why apps like Instagram don't really see that many videos, because most people don't want to hear themselves talk. You know, so the fact that sound bites are viral and you can just use them without even talking, you just have to ask something out, is genius. And sometimes you don't have to even show your face, you just have to show a cool video with the latest trending soundtrack, and if it matches, you know, the mood of the video, it can also go viral. So again, low barrier to entry of creation, videos are short, so people who create videos don't feel so pressured to create like these perfect masterpieces since it's just a few seconds long. People who are watching these videos don't have a hard time finishing these videos since they're so short. There's very little effort in having to swipe through videos. You can just like literally sit there and just do this. You know, you just like watch through all these videos because there's not much work that you have to do to find good videos. And that's probably why half of us during the pandemic are watching TikTok all the time. So yeah, so that was my critique. Let me know what you guys think and what your thoughts are. I'm gonna also link my previous videos here that I've done before. And if you all have any other apps you want me to critique, just leave a comment below. I'm gonna plan to do more of these if there's a good feedback. So please give it a thumbs up if you really like the video, and hit that subscribe button to support me as a designer/creator. Alright, see you all next time. Bye!